Hello everyone and welcome to another Tutorial Thursday. My name is Swiss and for this week we're going to be going over momentum in Smash. And that's going to be knowing when you have momentum, how to maintain momentum, and as well as resetting momentum. So if you guys like the content, like and subscribe. I have other social media platforms in the description down below. Other than that, let's go ahead, let's dive right in, and let's get it.
Showtime.
So the big question is, what is momentum? Momentum is something that's related in fighting games or, Smash or anything else in general, where when you land a combo or you land a hit or anything like that, that is basically when you start having momentum. So the better your momentum is and the more you're able to carry on, you can make great comebacks, you can make great leads, and so on and so forth. So, the better the momentum, the better your overall match is going to be versus whoever you're playing against. Now, to put it into something more of a similar terms, if you guys watch any form of sports or anything like that, like in basketball, when the opposing team just keeps scoring and scoring and the other team isn't able to actually score, or they're just getting blocked or rebound steals or whatever, then in that case, that team that keeps on scoring and rebounding and stealing the ball, etc., is what momentum is. So the team has momentum, and that's something very similar to fighting games. So once you keep landing hits and you keep pushing the pressure, that's going to be what momentum is. So to understand momentum a little bit better, I do have just a quick little clip of MKLeo versus Samsora, just to show you guys what momentum is in an actual match. So they start the match, right? And he goes in, he gets the nair, an up air, and another up air. Now at this point, as soon as he landed that nair, that established that he has momentum. And also with the momentum, you're also controlling the pace of the match as well, of course. So he gains the momentum, he gets the up air into another up air, and then moving into understanding when you've lost momentum. So like at the beginning, when he landed the nair, he understood that he has momentum. He gets the two up airs. He misses this forward air right here. So now this allows you to understand that you have just lost momentum because you missed. And he's unable to punish the air dodge that Samsora placed out. Now at this point, you have two options. You can either try to hit him again to gain more momentum, or to restart momentum, I should say, or you could reset the neutral and wait for your moment to get momentum again, of course. So either go for it now or try to go for it later by resetting the neutral. And you can see that's what he does right here. He comes down with the nair just in case Samsora tries to roll out the corner, and then he jumps back and does a side B. So at this point, him jumping back and side Bing is just showing that he is resetting the neutral because of the fact that he has the feeling that he's lost momentum. And that's very important to know, because you don't always want to just get the hit, get whatever damage you're guaranteed, whether it's a combo or whatever, and then once you miss the follow-up after that, then just keep on pushing, because that could lead to you messing up maybe, or just picking the wrong option. Then you get punished hard for it. Like imagine if he instead got the up air, got the other up air, missed the forward air, came down with this I think that was a back air actually, to call out the roll or something like that. And then imagine if he didn't shield here because he was too busy thinking, I want to keep pushing this momentum, and he got hit by this turnip. Or let's say after that, after he dropped the shield, he went for a dash attack and Samsora shielded it. And then he gets grabbed by Peach, or he gets down tilted by Peach. And, anyone else would know that Samsora tends to know how to rack a lot of damage off of down tilt or whatever with Peach. And then he's losing the match, giving the momentum to Samsora. So I hope you guys understand that. MKLeo playing it smart by going back to just reset the neutral, and then wait for see if he can wait again to actually gain momentum and restart it. And that's basically it. And when it comes to resetting momentum, you can see here that he gets the gun right here, but Samsora lands a jab 2, and that jab 2 is what's gonna push momentum in Samsora's favor, because now he's got a hit, and now he's gonna see what else he can get off of it now that he's established momentum. And you can see that MKLeo, instead of just letting Samsora just carry on with that with an aerial, he runs backwards to not give him the momentum. So he's resetting the neutral yet again, and then, you know, they're back to pretty much whatever at this point. So I hope that kind of like gives an understanding of momentum and how to actually see it in an actual match, that is. So now that we've looked into the clip of MKLeo versus Samsora and broke that down a little bit, I think going into the game would also be a good idea, just to show you guys a little bit of momentum. And also as well, you know, it depends on the character as well, character limitations to be exact. So one thing's for sure, right, as far as Snake goes, since I use Snake. Now Snake doesn't really have much as far as combos goes, because combos is going to be another way of understanding that you have momentum. So as an example, Snake has like up throw, up tilt, right? Or he has a back throw into dash attack. So with these like confirms that he has, just as like a simple bread and butter type combo, at that point you're establishing momentum, you've landed a combo, and now you have to go into reads at this point to try to understand, you know, what is the opponent going to do next. As an example, when you up throw, up tilt someone, they usually only pick the same 3 options. Either they'll neutral air dodge, they'll come down with an aerial, or they'll jump. And in this case being said, you know, after the combo, you have to guess on what the opponent is going to do. So let's say he neutral air dodged, and I just went for like a pivot grab or something like that, let's say, just to catch a neutral air dodge, grab him again, and now I have momentum. I am continuing momentum now. You know what I mean? And also, like, even if Snake lands like a dash attack, I now have momentum because I have stage control, and that's basically what it is. So, but if you guess wrong, let's say like I go for the pivot grab and I miss because like he jumped or something, then in that case, that goes back to what I was saying before. Do you want to, one, still run up to the opponent and try to get another hit to gain momentum again and restart your momentum that you had before? Or 2, do you just reset the neutral, right? And it's very important to understand that on when you have it and when you don't, and what you want to do after or before that, or whatever the case is. So some characters, again, have like really good combos, or like long combos, like Mario up airing you, or like Bowser Jr. up airs, or Joker, you know, down throw forward air, or whatever, Wolf down throw dash attack, whatever the case is. You know, every character has their own type of like combos in some sense. But once you land that, it's very important to understand what is the opponent going to do after, try to cover that, and then either if you get the hit, you know, continue momentum. If you don't, do you want to still try to pressure the opponent to gain momentum again, or do you just want to give it up and go back to neutral? I think a very common option that people tend, or like not option, but like an error that people have is, let's say I'll land this dash attack and then I'll just grenade and then just walk back. So I'm no longer pressuring the opponent, really. I'm giving them space, and they're just gonna be able to recover and reset neutral. So basically I'm just giving them the neutral again, and I'm giving up momentum. And that's what you don't want to do. When you land a hit, you want to try to keep it going no matter what, and no matter what hit even. Because as an example, in the clip, Samsora landed a jab 2. And Peach's jab 2 doesn't really give you anything. But notice in that clip, he jumped in and tried to aerial him to try to continue the pressure and the momentum. So keep that in mind. Now, if you have a character that, or like if you use a character that is just very camp heavy, like has like projectile heavy or range heavy, like Min, or you know, the Belmonts, the Lynx, Snake, whoever, you can still have momentum just by being at this distance, right? Because you have projectiles. So as an example, I could land these two grenades or whatever, and either I could decide, like, do I want to run in at this point because now I've hit him with explosives or projectiles, or do I just want to keep cooking back here and regaining and still like applying momentum just off of grenades or Nikita or whatever? You know, it's really up to you, you know, what you would want to do at that point. It's up for the player to figure out in that moment, do they want to continue pressure and momentum at a distance, or they want to start coming in close, whatever the case is. So that's pretty much that. And going back to, as well as, like, you know, the opponent's defense options, like calling out their defense options, that's one thing you have to factor in as well, as far as like the reads goes and continuing the momentum. As an example, in the clip, you know, MK Leo landed the nair and then the up air and then the second up air, and then he went for a forward air, the same sort of air dodge out, which he didn't expect. And then again, that's where he had to decide, did he want to continue or did he want to reset neutral, which he tried to continue by landing with an aerial, and then he tried to call out the roll out of the corner. He missed both options, or both opportunities, so he just went back to the neutral by jumping back and using the side B. So that's just another way of looking at it as far as the momentum goes. Now also, one thing to explain is how to get out or like reset the momentum if your opponent has too much, right? And it's going to be heavily based on character limitations, obviously. As an example, let's say this Roy hits me and he's comboing me and I'm in the corner, right? Or something like that. Now, me using Snake, I know that I have the option of pulling out a frame 1 grenade to try to cause a trade, and then we'll both get blown up. But at that point, you know, either we could both try to hit each other, and whoever lands the hit first, you know, can continue with momentum, or we can just try to jump back, or, you know, just separate from one another and then end up resetting the neutral or resetting momentum. So there's that, right? Now, Snake also has some other options for, you know, this character specifically. Like if I'm in the corner, I could just up B out, come down, B reverse or something like that. You know, that's just something Snake has. But if you use someone else, like let's say Zero Suit Samus, you know, she's got a really high jump. She can flip kick, you know, so she could just flip kick out. You know, Game & Watch has like up B, that's invincible, you know, etc., etc. You know, every character has their own limitations of what they can and cannot do. And it's up to you to understand like what options you have as far as like evasive maneuvers goes. But you know, just because like something has good range or like good movement just to get out of things, like let's say I'm Wolf and the Roy's in my face, and I decide I'm just gonna side B because it's a quick option and I can get to the other side of the stage. But what if Roy's fast enough to where he could just dash attack you or grab you because you have landing lag after the side B? You know, that's something you have to understand as far as what your character is capable of. So it might be best for characters that don't really have great movement options to just jump back, maybe rolling back, or anything else like that. You know, whatever you're capable of doing with your character. So there's that in particular. And that's pretty much it. You know, you just have to understand what your character is capable of. And like with Snake, you know, if the opponent jumps, I could try to go for like an up air, right? But what if they have a high jump? Then, you know, as Snake, we don't really have the best jump in the game, and we run kind of slow as well. So, you know, that's just going to be one thing to note against Snake as well. And that's just going to help you as far as a matchup perspective goes too, on one, resetting momentum, and two, understanding what your opponent's character is capable of and not capable of doing. So there's that as well. So I really hope this helps, guys. You know, if there's anything else you guys want to add, definitely leave a comment or, you know, anything else down below. And other than that, I have other social media platforms too: Twitch, Twitter, Patreon, etc. It's in the description. Check that out if you can. And other than that, thank you so much, and thank you Eli Theos for recommending this video to me. And I will see you all on the next one. Bye now.
Never duplicate you. never multiply two. Everyone copy and paste, mask all up and on their face. Disney fantasy MP haste, they are cool with their complacent. You feel it in you? Then you brush it off you. Insignificant, but you got something we want. And your whole life is a taunt, cause you will not just comply. Waking up for your day.